Hey, YouTube family. What is going on? What is going on? Check that out. That's right, not for hire. So, this is the beginning of something that I had to do. These wires. Let me zoom out. Today is rewiring day. So I'm taking all of this out. All of these gonna get taken out. I'm gonna redo it over, feed everything behind the dash. I have this little itsy bitsy thing right here. Those of you that don't know, this is a fuse panel. It holds 12 fuses in there. They even sent it with some fuses. I think I paid like, I don't know, like 30 bucks for this, 40 bucks. I'm gonna find a spot inside to put this. Maybe I might put it behind here. Like that, I don't know. I don't want to run any wires down here. I don't want anything to be seen. All this stuff is coming off. You know, I got to figure out a way to get this bad boy off so the door can shut properly. But yeah, all this stuff is coming off. All this wiring is coming off. So this is a before video. All right. I don't know yet. Maybe I might put this maybe next to that inverter. I got to connect. Got the wiring right here for it. I didn't hook it up yet. Here's a black wire, ground. Here's a red wire for the inverter. And then behind here, I'm going to remove this pogo stick. Okay? And then I'm going to build a box back here so I can put all of the tools that's in here in the box. And then I'm going to rip the carpet out in here and then have it clean, because it smells like an old mechanic shop, man. That's what it smells like. But this is a before video. And then you guys will see it when I'm done. Hey, just a little backstory. Okay, you can see it's already looking better already. And I'm just getting started. You know, I was using this truck, man, to run loads and feed my family. I had left the wife at home, especially during the pandemic. That's when everything actually started, when I got laid off and whatnot. And I bought this truck. It's all the money I had. Well, I had a Mac at first, and then with the Mac, I had big dreams. So when I bought this truck, I had the two trucks, and then everything fell apart. But, you know, you as a man, you're providing for your family. You leave your wife at home with kids, with 3 kids, okay, and you have mortgage, truck payment, insurance, fuel, you name it, the whole 9 yards. Okay, so when something would stop working, like a light or a headlight or a turn signal or something that can put me out of service to where I'm not able to run to keep providing for the family, I would just run a wire to get it to work, and then use duct tape to, you know, hold it all together. So that's what eventually led to all of this tape and wiring and stuff like that, because, you know, the bills don't stop, the loads don't stop, the brokers don't stop. You're under a load and you have to go drop it off because you picked it up. One moment something was working just fine, and then, you know, the next minute it just stopped working. Like I had issues with the original fuse box that came with the truck. So these right here, I haven't used these, but you can see that they have tripped. Okay, so I don't know why, what caused them to trip or whatnot, but these are for the lights. Okay, and another part of the backstory is I bought this truck from New Jersey. There was a guy, a Hispanic guy, that was doing some type of wiring or something in it. Okay, so I had shorts, you name it, turn signals, 4-ways, headlights, high beams. So when something would stop working, I had to think on the fly. Okay, that's also too what led to me going with the 379 style of headlights, because I kept replacing bulbs, kept replacing everything, and then they just kept burning out shorts. And then I ran into an old man. I said, hey, you know what? I used to have one of those trucks And if you don't get rid of those headlights and get you the Peterbilt, the 379 ones, you're gonna have some serious problems with, you know, electrical issues or whatnot. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick backstory as to why I had all this wiring there. Okay, not because this the way I wanted it. I know I've heard some comments from before from people. I don't think it's on here, but yeah, I've heard comments, and you know what? You never know, or it's hard for you to understand until you are in somebody's shoes. Okay, until you're going through what that person is going through. All right, so it was a pandemic. I was working as a company driver, kept getting laid off, going to another company, worked, all didn't have money to pay me. So then I ended up having to go say, hey, you know what? Let me go get my own truck. I have enough experience. Let me do this on my own. Because once again, the mortgage don't stop, the bills don't stop, the car notes don't stop. Okay, food don't stop, clothing don't stop. Okay, if somebody gets sick, they need to go to the hospital and you got to pay out of pocket. None of that stops. So that's the story to this truck. And I was going to sell it when the frame was cracked. I was going to get rid of it. I made up my mind. I mean, yeah, I got rid of the trailer. I got rid of the fifth wheel plate because I made up my mind that I need to 14 years of trucking. I need to get out of it because it wasn't good for me anymore, to my health. Okay, so yeah, I went to go get rid of it, but then I thought about something. I was listening to a comedian, okay, and his name is D. Wallace, and he said something that stuck with me, and it made me think. It was almost like it was almost as if the man upstairs was talking to me through him. He said, most people know what it's like to have, but don't know what it's like to hold. And sometimes we are given things, and it may not be exactly what we were expecting, but it's a gift. We just don't realize it yet. Okay? So I thought about the countless of times this truck here, I would stay in this truck for 4 to 6 months at a time, just paying back, back mortgage pays and paying the current payment and the back pay. Okay, and still taking care of the expensive insurance I was paying for the truck, and dealing with brokers and blah 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 and this and this and this, and then wife is at home with kids, and you gotta constantly talk to her, and because people the mind wanders. Okay, so yeah, that was the backstory. So when something breaks, I had to fix it on the fly. So after I realized, you know what, I can fix this frame. I've always wanted to buy a camper. I said, you know what? Camping insurance on this truck is dirt cheap. I don't owe any payments on it. I bought it cash flat out. Okay, and it's a lot easier for me to work on, especially when it comes to the engine, something mechanical I can figure out on my own. I have the tools and everything. I said, you know what? Let me just keep it. I'll pull a camper with it because, if things go south and I have to get back on the road again, I can always finish, reinforcing the back, put another fifth wheel plate on it, put it back under commercial use, and go out there and rescue myself and my family out of the hole again. I'm not asking for that, but you never know. So that was the backstory of that. I think I'm going to join this video with the other one, maybe. But I'll see you guys soon. Man, I didn't even hit record. I'll show y'all a little update. Marker lights. Marker lights. All the way around. Much better than before. I'm not done yet, but it's much better than before. Put these on. Yeah, much better than before. I'm gonna replace that one. I gotta wire these up. did that right there. So that way I took everything away from the dash. So when I put the signal on, I know that it's on. I'll show you guys again in the front. So that side there, it's blinking. Bulbs are bright. They're very bright, but you gotta watch them to, you know, they are blinking. You can see they're blinking, but they are very bright. Let's go in the back. I made a mistake. It's all good though. I made a tiny little mistake. I should have ran this ground wire by itself, but I ran it along with the turn signals. So that's why it's blinking like that. It's just a ground wire that's connected to that, but I don't care, it's fine, it's still lit. So that's blinking, that's blinking. Now, in case you guys wondering, watch this. I'm gonna turn the 4-ways off. Well, I'm gonna put the brakes on in my trolley. Where my trolley at? Push that down. See that now? It's the brake lights. So what I did was these, and those are brake lights. It has two functions. That one is just brake lights, kind of like how you have on the back of your windshield. I mean, not windshield, you know what I mean, back window. Yeah, so when I take the brakes off, they won't be as bright. Pull a trolley back. I'm gonna get a cover for all that stuff, even if I gotta make it up myself. Now you see they're not as bright as they were before. Yeah, these two in the back right there, I'm not even worried about those. They're supposed to be work lights or whatever, but I got another plan. I might just take those out, fill them in, and at the very top or the side of the fenders, I'll put some spotter lights. I don't really need it because this truck is going to be used as private use only. So, you know, I don't really need it. All right, then. That's all. One more look. Thanks for watching.